Matterport? I don't know, but we're going to find out. My name is Brian Feroldi, and I am joined today by another Brian analyst friend of mine, Brian Whithers. Mr. Whithers, thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm excited to participate today.
Yep. For those that don't know, Brian Whithers is an analyst at the Motley Fool with me. He invests in high growth stocks. He has a concentrated portfolio. So Brian Stoffel is on vacation in Costa Rica this week. So Mr. Whithers will be joining us for the next 2 weeks. Brian, you know what stock we're researching from scratch today?
Matterport.
Yeah, this is a stock that you've ever heard of before?
I've used the tool. They have a 3D thing on realtor.com where you can look at houses in 3D and kind of walk through. So that's about as much as I know.
Yeah, I know it has something to do with the metaverse. I remember looking at this company. I think I think this is a SPAC that came public, but it'll be interesting to see now that its ticker has changed and what the company's earnings are, if it has revenue and earnings, all that kind of stuff. So as always, it's the process of discovery, what we learn when researching the business, that is the best part and most exciting here. And as usual, this video is sponsored by stockcard.io. So we will start there. So we're on stock card and we're going to type in the ticker symbol, which is MTTR, Matterport. So this is a company trading for $9. As I said, I'm pretty sure it was a SPAC. Maybe not. Down big time from its all-time high. So it was very popular in November. And wow, is this thing been taken to the woodshed as of recently. But okay. Matterport is a spatial data company focused on digitizing and indexing the build world. Its all-in-one 3D data platform enables anyone to turn a space into an accurate and immersive digital twin, which can be used to design, build, operate, promote, and understand any space. Well, that makes sense for their relation to the real estate market. So you take a 3D picture and then it builds whatever you just scanned?
Yeah, it looks like you set your camera in different places. And what's neat is, when you're in a room, you can kind of look up and down and left and right and spin around and walk through. It's a really neat feature. And if you've never done it, you can look at a couple houses on realtor.com. Most houses today, if this competitive market, do have something like a Matterport 3D tour.
Cool. So let's check out the numbers. Sales growth, not available. Profitability, gross margin, 51%. Okay. Not a lot of data here on it. Past returns, we know that it's down big from its recent high. Current sentiment, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's start at Matterport.com. Take Axis for a spin. $60. Oh, cool. Look at that. It's like a little thing that takes your phone and spins it around perfectly. Wow, $60 for that? That's not a yes, you can have my
there you go. You can see the image there on the right there.
World's leading spatial data platform. Take your buildings online with Matterport to design, promote, and manage your most valuable assets at your fingertips. Cool. So you take that thing, you put it in, Matterport software builds you, wow, a really cool model. Pricing and plans, why Matterport? Sure. Matterport Access, smartphone capture goes hands-free with Access. No, go back. Our custom motorized mount compatible with Matterport capture for both iOS and Android. Axis delivers consistent precision with the touch of a button.
So it looks like you set the thing up, you leave the room, and you press the button, or you voice activate it, or whatever. That's really cool.
Cool. Matterport BIM file. With Matterport, BIM files are faster, easier, and more cost-effective to obtain than ever before. BIM, is that a standard that's used for I know I've seen BIM before. I'm pretty sure that's an Autodesk property.
I don't know.
Top deals at Matterport. Everyone loves getting a great deal. Quality equipment. So they must sell hardware too. Well, they do sell hardware, I guess.
Yeah, as part of capturing the space. But it doesn't seem like GoPro, in that there's more money in the creating the images, and they're more useful.
Okay. Immersive, simple, free. It's never been easier to capture and share your spaces. Matterport for mobile. And Matterport notes for collaboration. So you can collaborate. All right. So maybe there's a social component to it. Expanding support for the public sector. Strategic partners with InQtel and the new AWS GovCloud for digitizing U.S. government facilities. All right. Professionally captured. Capture your entire portfolio of spaces with our network of professional capture technicians. Flexible ordering options and support are available for small or large scale spaces. So you can hire people to come in with the equipment and have them do it for you. We are leading the digital transformation of the built world, changing how homes are bought and sold.
There you go.
Oh, okay, but they're not doing it. We are leading the digital transformation of the world, changing
Of the
how,
built world,
I guess
yes,
it is, how
which-
retail stores are planned, hotels, facilities are managed, and projects are constructed. Captured by whatever that is, okay? Thousands of companies, about 150 companies, use Matterport to digitize any space. Redfin, is that where you used it from, Brian?
I think it was Realtor.com. It
Okay.
may have been Redfin. Vacasa is like Airbnb or HomeAway kind of thing.
Okay. The efficiency and power of Matterport is absolutely transformative to the commercial real estate industry. Cushman and Wakefield, that's a huge company.
Mm-hmm.
We bring together everything you need to digitize the space, conveniently manage it all: real estate, architecture, engineering, construction, insurance, travel and hospitality, facilities management, and retail.
So I wonder, a lot of this looks like it captures existing spaces. I wonder
Yeah.
if like you can feed it a design and then like walk through in 3D.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
With over 150 billion square feet of data and growing, we're building the largest digital library of spatial data and information in the world. Even better, it's open for innovation and available to your business. Powerful, easy-to-use APIs make it easy to build amazing capabilities and custom add-ons to the Matterport platform. Okay, so you choose your capture method, property yourself, or use Matterport's capture services. It's easy to get the job done. View our range of cameras. Okay, download the app, and then sign up for an account. Start with a free plan or upgrade for more features. Businesses with multiple properties, contact your sales team. Mobile, 3D cameras. Okay, so there are different cameras, different use cases. Start free. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, there's a subscription thing. We'll go to About Us. We'll go to Investor Relations, Life at Matterport.
Just click on all of them.
Yeah, I will. I will. So this is the product that they're trying to push now. So free forever. Oh, this is the pricing. 1 space, 2 users. Okay, if you pay $10 a month, you get 5 spaces and 2 users. Share and embed. Publish to Realtor.com.
Okay, there you go.
Publish to Google Street View. Schematic floor plans for $20. Basic space trap and capture services enabled. The Pro model.
So the users must be like people who can edit or update. And then it seems like if you're publishing to Realtor.com with that starter $10 a month, you can have unlimited views.
Yeah. And then the Pro model is $69 a month, 25 spaces, collaboration, technical files, floor plans, space traffic analysis reports. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And they have enterprise grade numbers.
Yeah,
cool.
so it's interesting. So it looks like for that like $10 a month, you capture your space, like if you're selling your home, but then you only have access to it as long as you're paying the monthly subscription.
Right. So the big use isn't homeowners, right? I mean, that is cool to see. That would be cool. I mean, for $10, that seems like a
no brainer if you're selling your house.
Sell your house, put it up there, and give a detailed view of that, or even $50 or whatever. That would be help you stand apart. But the real one would be the realtors, right? If they're doing it again and again and again to offer it as a service. Okay, cool. So Matterport's advantage. Immersive 3D models are the most effective tool for connecting people and places to enhance collaboration and accelerate project management. Matterport makes it easy to create digital twins, ideal for promoting properties for sale for rent, planned construction, or capturing special places. More immersive 3D tours have been scanned from Matterport than any other solution since 2011. Fortune 500 companies in 150 countries, thousands of customers, billions of images. What makes them a difference? Quality, ease of use, flexible capture, secure. They're all about the offline to online video capture.
It's even got measurements in there. If you scroll up, it's like, see that room? It shows you how far away things are. That's really cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, this seems like a really cool feature. It'll be interesting to see how they've built the whole business around this. And if you scan once, do you have to scan again? Like once they capture the world, is there reason for more?
Well, houses get torn down and then rebuilt again. So,
there you go. From vacation rental to hotels and spaces, you can elevate promotion of your business with 3D tours that increase bookings, drive higher occupancy rates, and increase engagement.
The thing that I didn't really think about that for like events. Like if you're an event planner, it's so much easier if the hotel or the event space had a 3D model, and as the planner, you could walk through and talk to folks rather than, still pictures. And I've walked through many a house where the pictures look great, and then you get there and you're like, this isn't what I expected.
Yeah, real estate to me is like a killer app for VR, right? If you can take it and then put the headset on, if you're going to be building a house, walking through a house, buying a house, like VR or augmented reality and real estate to me go hand in hand.
Yeah, and this you don't even need, it creates the image and the whatever the files are, and you can just view it on your computer or your
right. You don't need a VR headset.
Yeah, you don't need a headset, which is nice.
Okay. DH says, another Brian. Is this a joke?
Yeah. There's lots of Brians at the Fool.
Facilities management. Matterport is the most efficient, effective method to survey your existing buildings. Reduce time needed to create building layouts. 80% decrease in the cost of site surveying.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
Yeah, so for the industrial side, I can see that being hugely useful. Look at that picture. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Yeah, they do a nice job with multiple floors, and I mean it connects all this stuff together. I think the software and the brains kind of behind it are really, really impressive.
Okay. 89% agree that reality capture is the future of architecture, engineering, and construction.
There you go.
82% agree that a 3D walkthrough is better to communicate job site status. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that would be the need for continual updates, right? Sending us. Okay, so during the actual construction phase, that's interesting. Case studies, I'm sure they're all wonderful. Don't know what that is. About us. Matterport is the leading spatial data company focused on digitizing and indexing the built world. Our all-in-one 3D data platform enables anyone to turn a space into an accurate and immersive digital twin, which can be used to design, build, operate, promote, and understand any space. 50% reduction in time to capture existing 20x cost savings. 50% reduction in time spent capturing. Oh, is that the same? Increase in time on site. 50% reduction in time to offer. Wow. Insurance deals. Yeah, I can see for insurance companies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's super cool.
Workflow capacity. 5% increase in revenue for help them provide outstanding customer service. Okay, sure. I can imagine that you take your house's some insurance claim, they come in and they take a big picture of it so they get like a really good view of actually what's happening. Some big name customers, lots of real estate companies in there. It was founded in 2011, 250 employees, 6 offices. RJ Pittman is the CEO. He's on LinkedIn. They're all on LinkedIn. CFO.
Yeah, so this company went public in July, so it hasn't been around for a long time.
Okay. All right, so here's the investor relation. Is the leading data spatial company turning buildings into matters? Okay. 111 million in annualized run rate revenue. What was the market cap? Like
2.1, 2.2 billion.
Actually, go to my checklist. Find out. So this is a $9 stock, $2.3 billion. So currently trading at 23x annualized revenue run rate.
I love this global. I love the global presence. That's what the power of software can do for you.
440 subscribers across diverse verticals. 440,000. 6.2 million spaces under management. Okay. Let's go to. Do you have to announce on February 16th? Oh, they're announcing in 6 days. And how about, do we have any earnings reports? Do we have any earnings reports? Great. Announces third quarter results. Great.
There we go.
ATI shortens the insurance claim cycle by 400%.
Wow.
Expands capture services on demand by 55%. Pizza streamlines store operations. They like press releases.
Mm-hmm.
Redemption of public warrants. New chief accounting officer. Anything else catching your eye? And this is Axis, a new hands-free motor precision 3D mounted. So they just announced that
we saw, yeah,
2 days ago.
Mm.
New leadership team. VP at the VP level. Okay. Achieving our mission to make every space more valuable and accessible.
Yeah, but it still
I like that.
Going. No, it still keeps going. Starts and stops with. Oh no, I guess that is. I think that's it. Starts and stops with. Yeah.
Yeah, we're incredibly well positioned to extend our leading position in the $230 trillion world built in the decade ahead. Yeah, I don't think your TAM is 230 trillion. Okay, that's cool. All right, so third quarter results. We'll get to that. Let's go to, who is the investor, please? Did I click through it? Redemption of the warrants. And where is the, I got out of the investor relations page somehow. Let me go back. All right, stock information. So if this was a SPAC, we can get
started out as what, $10?
That means we're going to have the SEC filing we are looking for is the 424B3. SEC, or is this the S4A? Can you find out when they made the conversion?
Sure.
That would be helpful. Typically, I'm looking for registrations like the 424B4, but
so it says IPO date of July 23rd, but I don't know if that's the
SPAC,
one. Right?
Yeah, of July 23rd. Oh yeah, that's all 2022. So it's typically around the announcement date when they file that. It's not an S4.
Officially completed its SPAC merger and began trading on the NASDAQ Friday, July 23rd.
July 23rd?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if this is it. Oh, that's Q&A. July 23rd. There's an 8K. This is why SPACs can be tricky, at least from a research perspective. Whole bunch of Form 4s. Whole bunch of Form 4s. There's a quarterly report.
The 4B4 B3
424B3. Yeah, that might be it. Is that it? That's warrants. This is the pain in the butt part when we're trying to find SPACs.
You want like the business section, right?
Yeah, I want like the full business overview, which that gets filed.
It's a 10Q. That's not gonna. It may not have.
All right. Well, this is gonna be financial statements and stuff. That's at least something. Is this it? Reclassification. That's details about the reclassification. 424B3. This one. Nope. Jeez. Here's a 424B3. This one. They didn't have a 10K yet, did they?
No. They've only been public a couple quarters.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. Well, last one I'll try. 424B3. Nope. I just want a full overview of your business. Can I please have that? Apparently not. So the date was July something?
July 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah, this is when they filed a whole bunch of SEC filings. It wouldn't be the 8K, would it? It wouldn't be a current report, would it? Wouldn't be that registration statement, would it? Yeah. SPACs. More difficult. Nope. We don't want Gore's Holding. I think that's what it was called before. It was called like Gore.
Oh, yeah.
Gore's.
There's Gore's S1, but that's not going to tell you anything.
The business combination. Yeah, this is just the details of that particular business. All right. Well, I might have to just go to the 10Q and look for this. Oh, all right, here we go. This is some of it.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of 4B4, B3s.
Right? Yeah. Hence why I prefer IPOs. It makes it much easier. All right. But we can at least get some of it here. We generate revenue by selling subscriptions to our AI-powered spatial data platform to customers, licensing our data to third-party sellers, selling capture devices, and by providing services to customers from our technicians and through in-application purchases. We are focused on driving substantial annual growth in subscriptions and license revenue and maintaining modest growth in products and service revenue. We serve customers of all sizes at every stage of maturity, from individuals to large enterprises, and we see opportunities for growth across all of our customer segments. We are particularly focused on increasing sales efficiency and driving customer growth and recurring revenue from these large enterprises. So they are particularly focused on large enterprises. Our AI-powered spatial data platform creates high fidelity and high accuracy digital twins of physical spaces and generates valuable data analytics and insights for our customers. We derive subscription revenue from the sale of subscription plans to subscribers of all sizes, ranging from individuals to large enterprises. Our subscription plans are priced from free to custom plans tailored to the needs of larger scale businesses. Our standard subscription plans for individuals and small businesses range from free online and Matterport account with a single user and a single active space that can be captured with an iPhone to multiple user accounts that provide for the capture of unlimited active spaces. The pricing of our subscription plan increases as the number of users and active spaces increases. The wide variety and flexibility of our subscription plans enable us to retain existing subscribers and grow our subscriber base across end markets. Subscription revenue was 48% of revenue in 2020.
Why wasn't it higher? That's
maybe
interesting. Maybe the equipment?
Yeah, maybe the hardware. Or also maybe service revenue from the people that they're hiring to go and make the...
Yeah, I would have thought those are third-party folks, but...
I guess they're
employees.
License revenue. We also offer data license solutions for our customers to use our digital twin data for our own needs. We began offering these solutions in 2020. License revenue accounted for 4% of revenue. So that's getting up there. Okay. To have been granted a perpetual license and therefore recognized at a point in time upon transfer of control when the customer accepts delivery of the licensed data or the other property. So that's a license revenue is a one-time sale. We offer a comprehensive set of solutions designed to provide our customers with access to state-of-the-art capture technology that produces the high-quality data necessary to process images. We derive product revenue through the sale of our innovative 3D capture, the Pro 2 camera, which has played an integral role in shaping the 3D building. We have begun to offer capture devices manufactured by third parties. A Pro camera. We expect future sales of Pro camera product revenue accounted for 39% of revenue in 2019.
Well, it's interesting that they're actually making money on their products when you can capture this stuff with an iPhone.
Right. Yeah, well, if you want a higher quality image or that kind of thing. Most of our customers are able to utilize the Pro 2 camera and other compatible devices without external assistance, as the camera is relatively easy to use. However, our customers sometimes may also request professional assistance. We generate professional services revenue from Matterport Capture Services, a fully managed solution for enterprise subscribers worldwide, requiring an on-demand scheduling. Okay, we derive service revenue from in-app purchases made by subscribers using our smartphone. 9% of revenue. Key metrics.
Really like how they're transparent with this stuff.
Yeah, they are giving good color there. So key metrics: spaces under management, the number of spaces that have scanned. So that was 4.3 billion. I think it was 6 billion in the most recent.
In millions.
Oh, okay.
Millions.
Spaces. Yes, not square footage. Spaces. Yes. Total subscribers. We believe our ability get subscribers. Yeah, I agree. A subscriber is an individual entity that is signed up for a Matterport account during the applicable measurement period, and that includes both free and paid. So they are a free subscriber. So that's going to be something to watch. Free subscribers.
Oh, they split it out. Good.
Paid. So, okay. Net dollar expansion rate. Yeah, that's a good one. And was 112%. Okay.
I like how they have a big free population.
So they lost 12 million in 2020, and that was down. And they lost 4 million on a cash basis. No, 8 million. Never mind. 8 million on a free cash flow.
That's a few million between
retention and expansion. Dollar retention was low. Subscribing across verticals. Matterport's go-to-market model is built on a subscription-first approach. We have invested in aggressively to unlock a scalable, cost-effective subscription flywheel. With a large library, we pride ourselves in the ability to deliver value across the property lifecycle to subscribers. Yep, so we're trying to go after residential and commercial real estate, facilities, retail. That's architecture, engineering, construction.
Yeah, it's an interesting go-to-market model with industries. You got to have folks that really understand that stuff, because some of these solutions are, brand new, not used, right?
And I wonder how this sets them apart from some features that are already on the market. So we are focused on continuing to expand our AI powered across the globe. Given the global building stock remains largely undigitized today, we expect significant opportunities around the world. We use the land and expand model. Subscribers outside the US were more than 35% of the total.
Good.
Okay. We're going to increase our sales and marketing efforts in all regions. Okay. We're going to invest in R&D. We launched Matterport for iPhone, Matterport for Android, collaboration with Facebook AI, now known as Meta, to release the world's largest data set of 3D spaces for academic research, and partnership with Apex, a national provider of advanced store surveys. So they have a partnership with Meta. New integration with Xactimate that allows professionals to order a true plan with a single click, and Verisk's Xactimate solution. So Verisk is a huge provider of information to the insurance market. We launched Notes, an interactive collaboration communication tool for digital twins to unlock big productivity gains for teams. All right, so they're partnering up and they're rolling out new features.
I wonder if this could be used like, a lot of times when you do homeowners insurance, they want you to take like an inventory or whatever. And that's just such a pain. Nobody likes to do that. But, if you scanned your space and you scanned all your belongings, that would be a great, okay, here's right. What I have at this point in time, right?
That would be easy and very cool. Partnerships integration. So in May, they rolled out a new partnership with Autodesk to assist with construction. They partnered with PTC. That's another huge company. Highly visual, interactive way to deliver digital content. We plan to develop additional strategic partnerships. Okay. We have that future growth and scale depends partially on our ability to develop a strong ecosystem of partners. The Matterport Platform Partner Program, which can integrate our spatial data library. Okay. So they have these three main things of revenue, four sources of revenue: subscription, license, service, and product. The margin profile is going to be on there. Okay. And this
cool.
is,
They split it. That's really nice. I like that.
So this is year ending, right? So this is old. However, growth was very strong. Great margins. Also great margins. The profitable on the service basis. That's good. And they also have positive margin on the growth on the product too.
That's
All
good.
right. So a consolidated gross margin is 56%. But this is what we really care about, right? Subscription.
Yeah, the subscription's about half of that. So you're kind of weighed down by your services and your product.
So most of that right now is going to SG&A, and a little bit into R&D. But that's the reason why revenue is not. That's why the reason why they're losing money is because of this. They're investing hugely into sales and marketing, which makes complete sense. And their margin profile permanently is probably going to be in the 50 to 60% range just because of those other ones. But as they continue to scale, they should be able to.
Yeah, it depends on if they want to get out of the service business.
I'm going to try and get the most recent 10Q.
Okay.
So actually, do they have they had a press report.
I found an S1.
That's useful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
you want to Slack it to me? I'll put it up on the screen.
Yep, I will.
Okay. But here's the third quarter results. Okay, so this is the most recent quarterly report. Okay. More than doubling our subscriber base. That sounds count to 339,000, increasing our space under management by 62%. I'll zoom in a little bit. We've made significant advances in all of our objectives, including strategic product launches, key industry partnerships, expanded service offerings, and scaling our global workforce. We all have been navigating the dynamics. The recent launch of Matterport for Android is timely. Gives us an important advantage. Oh, yeah, especially in, Yeah. We increased our subscription revenue by 36%.
That's solid growth.
That's good. It's not as high as I would expect it to be given the stage of the game. The transformation was due to one when it closed we added $600 million to our balance sheet. Okay. So total revenue was up 10%.
This is a small, 30 million for the quarter. Yeah.
Subscription revenue was up 36%. Annual recurring revenue of 63 million. Spaces under management grew 62%. Subscribers up a lot. So subscribers are up huge. Revenue only up 10% though. Non-GAAP net loss was not that big. Announced Matterport for Android. Beta launch of Notes, a conversational collaboration communication team. Okay. Entered the public sector with agreement to compliance and government cloud. Offered a strategic partnership with InQtel. I've never heard of them, but that government cloud thing is good. Raised money. Industry partnerships with Verisk, PTC, Apex, SimLab, and Facebook.
It looks like the Facebook. There's a comment from in the chat here about the partnership with Meta Platforms has only resulted in free data set for research purposes and not revenue. So it's a bit of a marketing. It sounds like it's a bit of a marketing thing right now.
Okay, it's more of a we can claim that we're partners.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and it gets them more exposure, right?
Right. Yeah, it can't be a bad thing. Whether or not it's a true accelerator is another. Okay, so they hired all these people. Okay.
And we also had another comment from the chat that said spaces under management increased greater than 10% sequentially over the past 7 quarters. So as that, I imagine, is not directly associated with revenue growth, but certainly a good indicator.
Okay, well, let's take a deeper look. Okay, so subscription revenue, that was up 35%. License revenue, so that plunged. So license revenue, if memory serves,
that's going to be lumpy, yeah.
That's when they order, some company orders a detail of their space that they have, and it's like an engineering printout.
Well, it seemed like it was more of a, hey, we're going to use your software exclusively like an enterprise license throughout our business, and we just want to pay you one flat fee and not a monthly thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think I think that you have to have a subscription to do that. I could be wrong about that though, but either way, subscription revenue is really the
That's
thing
what
that
we want.
matters.
Yeah.
And that's 50-ish, 60-ish% of revenue, 60-ish% of revenue, but product revenue was flat. I'm assuming that's going to go up a whole bunch with the launch of that new thing they just launched. Service revenue and licensing revenue. So
This
okay.
is different, it's similar business model to Peloton, right? You sell some equipment, then you get some subscriptions. But I love this is subscription is already more than half
The number one.
Right. The number one versus where Peloton it was like 20% or something. So definitely.
So just thinking out loud here. So total revenue for the 9 months, 84 million. How much of that do we care about? We care about 50 million, right? The other revenue is revenue we shouldn't really care too much about, service revenue, product revenue. So keep that in mind if you're judging this company by the price to sales ratio. The price to sales ratio of the revenue we actually care about is
even more.
Is a fraction of that. So you could pretty much take whatever price to sales ratio it is and double it. And that's the actual price to sales ratio of the business we care about. Something similar I did with like Appian. Like Appian has like 30% of its revenue comes from services. And it's like, I don't care about that. I care about the software business. So anyway, something to keep in mind there if you're thinking through price to sales. But the margins on the subscription business look good.
Solid.
70%-ish. All right. So for the quarter, gross profit of 14 million. 44 million in SG&A, but I'm guessing a whole bunch of that is
advertising.
Yeah, okay. No, warrants, because that's when they went public. So that's like all one-timey stuff. Change in fair value of contingent earnout, stock-based compensation, that kind of thing. So, yeah. All right, balance sheet though. 100 and
plus the short term. Yeah.
Yep. So you add those two together. What do you get? 325 million in cash. Plus another 290 million in long-term investments.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
So 600 million in cash. 600 million in cash. 25 million in liabilities. Contingent earnouts of 334. Private warrant liabilities. Public warrant liabilities. Yeah. So another thing about SPACs is the equity and the liabilities can sometimes be screwed up, but they have more cash than they do total liabilities.
That's good.
And they do, but there are liabilities there to keep an eye on. So financially, they can afford losses. I wonder what their losses are on a free cash flow basis. Okay. So minus 77 million was their net. More than half of that was those fair value in contingent earnout liabilities. Okay. So that's their cash flow from operations was, if you use capitalized software, minus 26 million. Very, very capital light business. That's good.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to improve as we get sort of further from the whole SPAC conversion thing.
But cash flow is minus, so minus 26 million they set fire to on a free cash flow basis compared to 600 million. So cash is not a short-term concern. And then for the quarter, stock-based compensation of 30 million, warrant liability stuff. So non-GAAP net income was much, much less. And on an adjusted basis, it was 6 cents. Share count, of course, ballooned like crazy. Okay. So Brian sent me this file. Thank you. This is the S1. So this contains...
It's got a business section.
Great. Thank you. Our company. Yes, this is all I want. Just tell me what you do. Don't hide it under 50 SEC filings. Okay. The world's leading platform for digitizing and datification of the built world. Since our founding, we've set the standard. Okay. We have a platform for innovating faces. Yep. We believe the digitization of the world unlocks significant value. Okay. Was amongst the first to recognize the increased need for digitization of the built world and power of spatial data, unique details underlying building and spaces. In the past, technology advances, physical roadmaps to data-rich digital maps and location services all rely on today. Matterport now digitizes buildings, creating a data-rich environment to vastly increase our understanding of the full potential of each and every space we capture.
It seems like once you have this data as a model, I would think that you could, if you wanted to like rearrange your furniture or whatever, or rearrange your factory, you could probably do it in the and it may not be able to do it now, but I would think that would be an option that they would have in the future.
But that wouldn't be more Matterport. That would be like Matterport's partners, right? So like Matterport's all about just capturing it, digitizing it, and then handing it off to Autodesk that you would do that kind of thing on. But the important thing is there value with taking physical stuff and digitizing it? For
absolutely.
sure. Yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, how many buildings do not have their blueprints anymore? And even those are two-dimensional, right?
Yeah. So Matterport's okay. Matterport now digitizes buildings, creating a data-rich environment to vastly increase our understanding. Just as we can instantly, at the touch of a button, learn the fastest route from one city to another, or locate the nearest coffee shop, Matterport's spatial data for building unlocks a rich set of insights and learnings about properties and spaces worldwide. In addition, just as the geospatial mapping platforms of today have opened up their mapping data to industry and create new businesses such as ride sharing, e-commerce, food delivery, and even short-term rentals, open access to Matterport's structural space enablement is enabling new opportunities and business models for hospitality, facilities management, insurance, construction, real estate, retail, and amongst others.
So there was a question I wanted to hit in the chat. Michael asked, cool technology, but for realtors, would you pay to use this in a seller's market with multiple offers over asking? There was something we went to in the middle or in the beginning where they talked about that sellers who use the platform sold their houses quicker and I think also got more money for them. So absolutely, I think it's a positive.
But to Michael's point, you probably don't need that when the market is red hot, but it's still a nice to have.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you pay $10 a month, while your house is on the market to have this available, and maybe it costs a couple $100 to have the guy come through and put it together. To me, it's well worth the return on that. Although that's probably a high churn business for them.
It might be.
Yeah.
Well, on the consumer side, on the realtor side, probably not.
Right.
Okay. Our spatial data platform delivers value across a diverse set of industries and use cases. Large retailers can manage thousands of store locations remotely. Real estate agencies can provide virtual open houses for hundreds of properties and thousands of visitors at the same time. Property developers can monitor the entirety of construction process with greater detail and speed. Yeah, that I can see.
I love that.
And insurance companies can more precisely document and evaluate claims and underwriting assessment with the efficiency and precision. Matterport delivers the critical digital experience, tools, and information that matter to our subscribers about properties of any size, shape, or location. For more than a decade, we've been growing our spatial data platform and expanding our capabilities. 3D construction process is fully automated, allowing our solution to scale with equal precision to millions of billions in spaces of any type, shape, and size in the world. The universal applicability of our services provide Matterport significant scale and reach across digital verticals. Our subscriber base is going to 404,000 in 150 countries, 10 billion square feet, significant scale growth in the rest of the market. Okay. We expand our spatial data platform to further transform property planning, development management, and intelligence for our subscribers across industries and become the de facto building and business intelligence engine. Okay. Our subscriber base includes 13% of the Fortune 1000. Less than 10% of our revenue generated from our top 10 subscribers. All right, so they're diversified. We expect more than 80% of our revenue to come from software subscription data licenses by 2025. Our innovative 3D capture product, the Pro 2 camera, has played an integral part in shaping the building and property visualization experience. Okay. We have developed a capture device agnostic platform that scales and can generate. Okay. Subscribers have grown 29-fold between 2018 and 2021, increased to 46 million to approximately 86 million, 87% growth. Our gross margin is up 800 basis points. Our net dollar expansion rate for the 3-month period ending June 2021 was 132%. Risk factors.
There's a ton of them.
Competition. We rely on suppliers. Need to raise funds. Well, that's done. So that's good. Rapid growth. Assumptions.
History of losses.
History of losses.
Shocker.
We might prove to be inaccurate. We face competition. Yeah, I wonder how strong. What do you think of this company's competitive advantages or the company's moat right now? I mean, they're saying they have the most spaces digitized and they've been doing this the longest, but I wonder how hard this is to replicate.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that they're partnering with Autodesk. To me, I'd love to see a partnership with maybe an insurance company. There's a comment in the queue about what if Notre Dame had such a scan? You think about historical spaces.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
It's priceless, right?
Let's see if we can find anything with material weaknesses. Material weak. Oh.
We have identified. That's buried in there, isn't it?
Yeah, we have identified material weaknesses in our internal controls over financial reporting. If we are unable to remedy, so there was accounting stuff going on. That's never good. Yeah. So we have identified material weaknesses in our internal controls over financial reporting. If we're unable to remediate these material weaknesses, or if management identifies additional material weaknesses in the future, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times with a young company, this is something where they didn't necessarily invest in an ERP or a financial system, and they're doing stuff by paper or whatever. I kind of, as long as they're not like fraudulently reporting stuff, and it's just sort of we need better controls over how we digitize our finances. That's something that I think is pretty easy to fix.
And that's not. It's when companies come public, a lot of times it's not uncommon to see that. It's not good when you see that.
No, it's not good, but
it's not good, but it's not like completely crazy.
I mean, I remember I started at Dell in 1998, and they had a paper phone book. I'm like, seriously? They published it once a month. It was like this thing that went out. It was crazy.
Okay. Concentration, no customer concentration risk. They have ownership data. An official principal stockholders. Okay. R.J. Pittman. So that's the CEO. He owns 10 million shares, which is 4%. Who's Peter? He Lux Ventures. So he's
venture capital dude.
And he's also major owner, major shareholder. So who's Jason Krikorian? Probably another one. DCM. Yeah.
DCM.
So these two you can ignore. However, insiders and directors and the people that we care about that are actually running it, they own 4%. So I'm going to take that to mean that he is not the founder.
All right, we're about 48 minutes after the hour.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, finding that was a bit of a challenge.
Appreciate everybody hanging with us.
Where is the About Us page? About Us. I'm ready to go, but I want to learn more about your. Really, I have to go to LinkedIn to get his profile. The chairman and CEO of Matterport at eBay, Apple, and Google. When did you join? 3 years ago.
Okay, so this isn't the founder.
This is not the founder. The CFO joined 4 years ago. So they are hired hands. I know how to check. Glassdoor Matterport. And
92 reviews.
Is to establish 3D models of primary medium for experiencing and sharing the world. Okay.
59.
Good company rating, but not great approval rating. Senior management only gets 3 stars. And that's been tanking. Recently and was low before that. So they're coming public. Nope, just kidding.
Yeah. The stock goes to, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a flag right there. So not great employee reviews. All right. Well, thank you for hanging with us. So now we can start filling in stuff. Do they have recurring revenue? I will say yes, or sort of. Half of their revenue is recurring. Are they profitable? No. Are they free cash flow positive? No. Have they beaten the market? No. This stock is down huge. Okay. So Matterport 210. 2022. Financials, balance sheet, I'll give you 4 stars. I don't know how to think about those warrants and stuff that are going to be coming through. Gross margin was 50-ish%, but rising. Eventually, it could go even higher. So I'll give you 2 points there. Return on capital is negative. Free cash flow is negative. Earnings are negative. Moat, do they have a product ecosystem that works together and makes itself better? No. They have some products that they're coming in that'll make it easier to use, but nothing that's like an ecosystem like Apple or Google or any of that. Do they have the network effect? Does more subscribers?
See, I don't know. You know, if you're a realtor, yes, you want to use the same tool over and over again. But, you know, the fact that, you know, your house is on there doesn't help get me excited about, you know, making my house on it.
Yeah.
I would think, like I said, I think insurance companies or historical agencies, or, you know, things like that, if once they get some key partnerships with folks who want to roll it over their customer set, I think that'll be a big win for them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm not going to give any points for that. That could develop into one over time. Do they have any switching costs? If you're a realtor, if you are already using this system, is there cost to switch away? For sure. Their dollar-based net revenue retention rate was over 120%. I'll give you some points for there. Do they have a durable cost advantage through scale, distribution, physical locations, or vertical integrations? No. Do they have a premium brand name? When you use them, you were more interested in realtor.com than you were in Matterport, right?
But I actually remembered that they made a good, they were really good about, you know, created by Matterport or whatever. I've actually remembered the fact that the model was a Matterport thing and not a realtor.com thing.
Okay.
So they did a good job there.
I'm not going to say that the Matterport has brand value at this point, though. Counter positioning, no. And I will say that their moat's widening. They're doing a good job. They're signing up more people. So I think 15 out of 20 is very generous.
Yes.
On my scale. Optionality. Do they have the ability to roll out new products or services that open up new revenue opportunities? So I think there's optionality with their technology to be used in more use cases.
Absolutely.
But I don't see them going outside of what they're currently already doing. So I'll give you a 4 there. Their organic revenue growth runway better be above 15%. Yep. Are they a top dog and first mover in an important emerging industry? They say they are, and I'll give them credit for that. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Do they have operating leverage ahead? A whole bunch. Mm-hmm. Okay. Customer acquisition cost. Is it expensive for them to acquire customers? Yes, it is. Right now, they're basically spending 100% or 90% of gross profit on customer acquisition. So I'll give you 1 point there. Customer dependence. Is this kind of thing recession proof, cyclical, or somewhere in the middle? It's kind of a nice to have for some uses. It's going to be a needs to have for others. So I'll give you a 4 on that one total. Is revenue recurring? Some of it is. Yep. Half of it. So I'll give you 3 there. Do they have pricing power? Could they raise prices and not lose customers?
Well, I think the fact that you saw the gross margins on the products being pretty high says to me that they have some pricing power.
All right, I'll give them a 4. Soul in the game. The founder is nowhere to be found.
No. I got a comment from T-Dan. Says Dave developed much of the computer vision technology that makes Matterport tick. He continues to develop and improve those algorithms, and he is the co-founder and chief scientist. So he's not the CEO. So I give him credit that he was smart enough to say, hey, I'm the technology guy. Let me have somebody else run the business.
Oh, okay. So the founder is still involved.
Yes, Dave Gausbeck.
Oh, duh, right here. Thank you. And how much shares did he own?
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't see him on the list.
Dave. He must not be a direct executive. Dave.
Gausebec.
Not on there. I'm giving you credit for what I can see. So I will give you credit for the founder being involved. Inside ownership is low, especially given this stage of the game. Glassdoor ratings, I'll give you a 1. And the mission statement, I'll give you full credit for because it was in your most recent press release. The stock has done nothing. They're not doing any of this. And how are they doing versus expectations? Well, they've only reported once, so this isn't going to be full. But hey, you did better than expected on your first report and expected to grow very, very rapidly next year. So you get a 1 there. So not surprising that it's not yet in my investable.
Yeah.
We have to do the bad stuff, though. Account irregularities, something to watch, but I won't even subtract for that. Concentration, no. Disruption, no. Outside forces, no. Big market loser, no. Binary event, no. Extreme dilution, that's going to be something we have to develop over time. Hard to say what their actual dilution rate is, given that they just went public. Growth by acquisition, no. Complicated financials, a little complicated, but not too bad. Antitrust, no. Headquarters, no. Currency, no. So 58. So for me, this is a swing for the fences investment.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think part of it too is I feel like it has to come into the I guess the common world, and people have to accept this and get excited about this, where it's something that hasn't been available in the past. So versus I don't know, I just think about Uber, how easy Uber was to just grow like crazy because everybody's like, oh, this is awesome. And I don't know that Matterport is the same awesomeness as Uber.
Yeah, that's a question for me. But let's fill out Brian Stofel's anti-fragile framework, even though he's not here. Tough.
Yep.
Their mission statement was simple, inspirational, and optional. I have to give you full credit for there. For the moat, I'm going to say they get half a point for the network effect. He probably gets 2 points for switching costs, and that's it.
Yeah.
2.5. Optionality, I'm guessing he would give them a 2.5. Cash is decent. Debt, not much. Free cash flow, negative, but I'll say that's a wash. 0 on the concentration. Glassdoor, the overall rating was high, but I'll say that's a wash for him too. The founder is involved, and ownership was 4%. So that's a 0. So I'm going to say on Brian's scale, this is investable. He might take beef with that, but he's not here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go and hold ourselves accountable. Let me just log in. And on his framework, his portfolio is the anti-fragile portfolio. We will add that.
Oh, that's cool.
And the date is a buy. So we're going to add it to his portfolio as a buy. It's a $9 stocks. We buy in $1,000 increments, so 110 shares, and the score was an 8. And then on my portfolio, this is going to go into my anti portfolio, and I'm going to say no for now, just because this is essentially too risky for me to put on my watch list. But this is a stock that could be a tremendous winner for investors. I want to essentially, this I would put into I want more data. I want this company to be on the public longer. I want all that warrant stuff to go away. I want more information about companies' growth rate.
Want to hear from the CEO.
Exactly. Dave Drum, Zillow has a 3D map, hard to complete with free.
Yeah, although Zillow is one platform, right? If you're selling on Redfin or you're selling on Realtor.com, so there's optionality into Matterport being a unique platform that anybody can access.
Only moat, in my opinion, would be strong switching costs. After you buy a camera or a map, and a space by professional, you would not switch. Likely, Realtors would want this in their. Would want this due to outward migration. Lots of units are selling cross borders. That's a really good point.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good point, Chris. Yeah, if you want to open up the pool of buyers, this tool helps you do that for sure. Thanks so much to the great from T-Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Gausbeck is still involved. Founder Mott Bell left the CEO. He stayed on the board, but the website, he is not present anymore. So one of the founders has moved on. Usage in the museum market and construction market. Yeah, there are a lot of use cases. There are a lot of use cases for this technology for sure. WT Finance saying did not mention the P word, the Peloton word there. Yeah. Would you pay to use this? Anyway, I would classify this as a very, very cool company. Definitely has tremendous potential. The financials could be stellar someday. It's just in the high risk, high growth right now, and that most recent earnings report does not inspire a tremendous amount of confidence. I'm not concerned with the 10% revenue growth rate, but only 35% software growth rate. I would say that's a little bit. Anyway, that's something I would be a little bit more concerned about. And yes, his name really is Brian.
Yes. And somebody asked where the other Brian was. He's in Costa Rica enjoying a well-deserved couple weeks off.
He will be back in 2 weeks. So, okay, my big takeaways, fascinating company. Pay attention. The price to sales ratio on this thing is going to be understated, given that 40% of revenue comes from areas that we as investors don't care as much about. Watch subscriber growth, watch partnerships, watch dollar-based net revenue retention rate. And could this be a home run? Sure could, but
I would love to see, a lot of the times the SaaS companies report their large customers, maybe spending over 100,000 on the platform or 50,000. And I'd love to see that grow. Have some large, customers like insurance companies or historic agencies or
and
companies.
We might be understating the moat if you consider that that's their actual customers, right? On the enterprise level, once you get integrated, it's a lot harder to switch away. So either way, fascinating business. I'm glad that we learned a lot about it. We will be making a 5-minute summary video in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, thank you to Brian Whithers for helping to join me. He will be here next Wednesday. Our next live stream is next Wednesday at 12 o'clock.
Noon.
We're going to be doing Shopify's earnings.
Yeah, that's right.
Shopify's earnings, a stock that Brian has owned for years and years
since
and years.
2017, yeah.
There you go. I'm like 2019 on Shopify myself. But that's what we'll be doing next. Thank you all so much for watching. Brian's out.